What's up, y'all? It's a little live, just vibing. What's up, everybody? Happily nappy. Blessings, love, joy, peace, blessings. Who could it be? Who could it be? But that with an M-double-A-B. Shout out to Gorilla Mob. Shout out to Zero, Trey, Dougie D. Can't forget about Cliche. Yeah, if y'all unfamiliar, y'all not from the Houston, Louisiana area, that's probably why. Some sprouted walnuts right now. I got to Alpha blessings. Yep. Good mornings, good mornings. Got this Leo energy popping. Feeling confident, courageous, There's having a lot of generosity lately, And generosity starts with ourselves first and foremost. Got the energy of things shifting. Again, it's not no end of the world in that sense as much as a new world. And in order to transition into a new earth, things have to be shaken up. As above, so below, as within, so without. Just like some of us had our realm and reality shaken up in order for us to grow, the earth is about to shake things up in its body in order for people to grow, or the cells in this body to grow, Same thing. Yep. Appreciate you. Who could it be? As a matter of fact, any and all donations greatly appreciated. Donation links under all my videos and in the bio of my Instagrams. Again, even a penny could go a long way. And it's a balance with that too, knowing that I am, it's my divine right to be abundant. But also realizing too, abundance is more than just paper money, Abundance is all things. Matter of fact, and I think I got an affirmation. I'm like, I recognize all forms of abundance. Abundance is, and then the different examples I got is love is abundance, community is abundance, knowledge of self is abundance, ability to heal yourself is abundance. It's not just paper money, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's more than these material aspects. These material aspects are, abundance as well too, but again, it's that just abundance in general. We're finding ourselves being more generous, P4 CFN blessings, man. Y'all go check out P4 CFN, man. The brethren from Street. No, I don't want to say it wrong, but I think Monroe, Northern Louisiana. The brethren from Louisiana like me, out here, making it happen with the music. So much love and kudos to any and all beings, right now, knowing that the only thing that could stop you is you, you know what I'm saying? Like, you all you got. So, don't be sitting around being negative or not cheering for yourself. Like, oh, man, I would do this, but this and that. Man, if you don't encourage yourself and inspire yourself, then, what will, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to say it in a bleak way of that, man, of like, shit, if you're not, just go lay down on the train track right now. But, I mean, shit, I'm not saying that from a derogatory place either, you know what I'm saying? Teach on our growth. We all on different levels of our growth, and I have to realize that too, that, it's not my job to go around people and be like, hey, right now, start being, like the level of spirituality I'm on, you got to get up to that right now, you know what I'm saying? Hence why we have to, like, pull away or grow away from certain people, because, it's not our job to try to, get somebody to be like us, nor on the opposite side is our job to lower them our light and go backwards in order to, be with somebody, who may not be on that level of growth. And again, as we say, levels of growth, there's nobody better than nobody else. It's just like from kindergarten to 12th grade. A kindergarten not better than a 12th grade. It's just different levels of information that's, being able to be conceptualized and stuff like that, But it's all love. And if I love myself, then I'm going to make sure I'm in an environment that, that allows for my soul to grow, you know what I'm saying? Because again, if I'm still trying to hang with my brethren who drank 40s all day, like I'm so far removed from that. Every time they would speak something, you know what I'm saying, like, oh man, look at, like, cause this is a reality of it, like sometimes still being disrespectful towards the feminine energy, let's just say, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's music or certain just conversations, I would constantly be like, well, nah, brethren, shit, I respect the feminine a little more. Nah, brethren, I don't drink like that. Or nah, brethren, as much as I would defend myself, I wouldn't just walk up to that brethren and punch him in his shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you would constantly have to be, energetically battling in conversations. You know what I'm saying? If you was trying to stay in an old place, and that's why again, when we grow, we grow away from certain people, places, or things, and that's nothing personal. There's no hate. There's no I'm better than you. Just where you at in life, you know what I'm saying? Because, on the flip side, like I remember when I was, kind of that person that was like drinking 40s and getting on it, when some of my brethren was becoming fathers, you know what I'm saying? And they was like, hey, look, Rizzle, look, I gotta go in, like the kids got school in the morning, I gotta take the kids to daycare, I gotta go, feed the little one, some of that nature. And I had to realize that in my body, damn, you little baby, you know what I'm saying? Can't be pushing that on everybody, you know what I'm saying? And I realized that from that perspective, not even from the growth, like, you know what I'm saying? From when I was the person, like, hey, drink this 40 with me, or smoke weed all day, bro, you know what I'm saying? It's like, when I was watching, I'm like, damn, it wasn't necessarily that awareness or that conscious shift for me to, like, say, hey, I should have children, but, like, definitely, like, all right, yeah, damn, there's growth, you know what I'm saying? Not staying in one spot. What's up, y'all? See y'all coming through. Sammy RK, blessings. I am Prince DeJohn, blessings. FTTV, blessings. OP Finest, Mr. Carnell Lizard. What's up, bro? Bingsy Bangsy, Plant-Based Goddess, we winning wellness. Lovely Lovely blessings to y'all. Alright, we winning wellness, wonderful well-being. Y'all definitely go check out We Winning Wellness and her YouTube channel. Coming with that realness. What's up, Transcend Tarot, blessings. Glow Group, blessings. Glow, spelling glow, G-L-E-A-U-X. That's the Louisiana stuff right there. Remember, guys, we are from inner space, not outer space. Everything starts within. The God is within us. We project, our third eye projects the image of what we see, you know what I'm saying? Our third eyes are projecting what we see, you know what I'm saying? And what we see is due to, our subconscious programming, what we expect to see, all these different things is what shows up in our day, That's why people, again, like what subconscious programming is so important, because if you don't expect that you could be an entrepreneur, or you don't expect certain things, you get what you expect, you get what you're programmed, like whatever belief systems are densely programmed into you, you feel like you can't do anything outside of that, of that programming in essence. But, matter of fact, now is a time where we starting to realize, it's time to, it's important to really wake up. Matter of fact, I just did a video recently, speaking on, like, again, they got a shooting here, a shooting there, like playing these little games. They, again, they putting their little fuckery out there, you know what I'm saying? And it's just having that awareness. Now not fear-mongering ourselves by constantly watching, the news or the, like we deal with those aspects in a way that serves our now. Because in the moment, if it doesn't serve me to be constantly like, worrying about what Trump doing or worrying about what so-and-so doing, then why am I even talking about it or worrying about it? But if it does hold relevance to my now, then of course, bring it up, because, sometimes some of us doing things and a part of the game plan you're devising in your now, you need to have awareness, excuse me, what may be going on in pop culture or politics or something of that nature, possibly, it is possible because we all got different things that we're dealing with, Some of us going to the belly of the beast, and cutting our way out. Hence in the new because Loki basically in comic books, I'm going comic books and Marvel, they had the War of the Realms, situation. The War of the Realms, basically personifying the inner spiritual battle that we got going on inside of us. And Loki ended up being the savior of the day. As a matter of fact, Loki, son of the Ice King, in which the any type of ice beings or the White Walkers, anything of that nature, represents the parasitic European energy. The parasitic European Western consciousness. And I said it like that because again, all people that's Europeans not technically a part of this energy, and all people that's melanated may be a part of this, this parasitic European situation. But again, it's the White Walkers or anything dealing with ice, being cold, like, because again, when they talk about hell is hot, it's more so hell is cold, in that sense of it, cold heart. And hence, the mother with the warm heart, mother shows love, that Cancer energy, and that father energy is cold, Capricorn, Saturn, that cold energy. But, Loki basically got eaten by his father, the ice, it's like an ice giant or whatever. And then, towards, whatever played out, and then he ended up cutting himself out of his father's stomach, and at the same time killing his father and becoming the king of his father's land, in that sense of it. Now, of course, that's some reverse psychology vibes. Basically what it is the personification of Kemet, rearranging in the West, because that's what Camelot stands for, new lot of Cam or new lot of Kim, and Kim, with the standing for the black dot. That's what chemistry stands for. It's like, in essence, the study of the black dot, the study of, the universe, in essence, because, that triple darkness that's the triple darkness is the 9 or the 3 trimesters that we're in the belly, but that's also connected to that beginning, because, again, how did our universe start off? It started off from triple darkness. From darkness, let there be light, from the darkness of your mother womb, where you didn't exist at one time, your mom was living her life, doing a little disco and, playing softball or doing whatever moms do or whatever, I'm kind of speaking of my mind, and then all of a sudden it's like poof, this universe comes into her stomach after 9 months, or, 3 trimesters, or after the triple darkness, Again, it's very important for you to learn about the Hermetic principles, or the Emerald Tablets, or the laws of Jehudi, however you want to, speak on it, because it's real information. These oppressing energies is using your information, using your knowledge for the way it really goes, and giving you the bullshit and telling you Jesus is real and all this, while you giving away your energy, It's a reason why they don't want people doing voodoo. And it's a reason why Haiti is an independent nation and America doesn't rule over it. It's because they bust those armies' ass with that magic, with that indigenous fucking magic, you know what I'm saying? It's the reason why the Sentinel Island people don't let nobody on their island, you know what I'm saying? And there's no reason for them putting that story out earlier this year, I think it was, where it was like about this man with the Bible trying to go to Sentinel Island, and he he got killed. They're trying to put whatever they could, trying to touch on their island as much as they can, but they can't. Those people don't allow nobody on their islands, like where they shooting arrows at the helicopter before somebody could even try to come down the rope. You know, how smart are they, bro? They on it. Like, bro, keep your disease mind frame and your Bible to yourself. Because here it is again, we existed way before this. Let me give you a little chronological order, you know, and hence that's why things are trying to be deterred. Because if you knew that your history goes way further back than like 6,000 years, you know what I'm saying? You got the Bible that's 2,000 years old. And you get to see how Hollywood and theater all comes together. And Shakespeare was fucking with John D, who dealt with magic, and Shakespeare was dealing with the brethren who wrote the Bible, King James. And Shakespeare is known for theater. Theater is basically a magic ritual to program the subconscious mind. So they was like, as much as like, that's why schools program us to be like, oh, Shakespeare this, Shakespeare that, you know. And the importance of Shakespeare, because Shakespeare is important to the programming, in essence, system that they started in the sense of theater, you know what I'm saying? And I say they started this like they didn't get it from us in that sense of it, but they, you know, started using it in order to program subconsciouses in a way that's harmful to a person's soul, you know. And all this, you know, again, popped off after the Moors, you know, signed off, you know, Spain to Isabella, you know, and they created 16 universities within Europe before they did that. So that's why, like, from after that, it was like 1459 or 1449, something of that nature. You know, after that, you know, the 1500s is a big European boom. Like, you know, again, John D becomes this man who has the most extensive library, you know, in the world. You know, other got pyramids, all this other stuff, but, you know, and again, though, this is also about, you know, the Europeans, in essence, at that stage, creating their own, you know, trying to create their own history. You know, it is what it is. You know, if you just came into being, you know, not that long ago, you hitting the ground running on trying to create your own little way. You know what I'm saying? Not giving no excuse for the fuckery that comes with it, but you know, it is what it is. Because also we dealing with, you know, oppression and slavery and all these different things, because, you know, it's a karmic effect for what we put out there. You know, we did something to, you know, to have that energy come back to us like that as well. So, you know, it's karmic energy across the board, you know. And now the karmic energy about to, you know, about to shift again. The great old ones, are these great giants, or the Nephilim, are awakening right now, you know. And hence, you know, the reason why all these little different shows you're gonna see everything kind of dealing with, you know, because even the Lucifer, you know, the storylines of a monster or a god end up being a human or dealing with humans, then all of a sudden like, oh, I want to be human, you know, I want to give up all my powers and be human. Like, nah, fuck that, you know, because again, that's that programming that they're trying to push. So as some of us are awakening to our abilities and our powers, you know that could happen. What's up, T? What's up, Tony? Hey, no coincidence. I was just thinking about you, Tony. Looking at some old videos of when we was playing basketball by the house. Good to hear from you. And see how fast things is growing. Because it's like, dang, my nephew got the IG now. We growing, you know. Now the vibrate. The only thing you have is the moment, you know. And that's why you start to see, you know, because I be catching myself. Sometimes I feel like, damn, you know, you do want to be around family and connect, create those moments, but knowing that, you know, hey, I'm on my path, I'm on my growth, you know, and those moments will present themselves. And at the same time, you know, taking advantage of when those moments present themselves. Again, there's some aspects of dealing with family that no longer happen, you know, like, you know, family members that are just extremely toxic to where, you know, it's just, and they don't get that their behavior is toxic, so you just have to kind of just back away. It's not, again, it's nothing personal. It's not hate. It's not no lack of love. And in fact, if anything, it's more love because it's showing that you really love yourself. And again, by not being around a person, you're actually helping for them to grow. Again, this old sick mind frame that they promote out here where, hey, if I'm sad, you gotta be sad with me, you know what I'm saying? That's a sickness, you know what I'm saying? Like, it should be removed. Like, if you're trying to be sad and I'm on a high vibration, I'ma either help you to try to pull you up out of that quicksand, you know, or I'ma just kind of let you be in your vibration if you're trying to just stay in that vibe. But it's not for me to go down into that vibe with you as well. You know what I'm saying? Again, that's that sickness of like, oh, you gotta, if I'm sad, you gotta be sad like me too. Like, no. And again, by not being around that person, like, if you ever realize people use you as an enabler, like, I've been speaking on how the Jesus Christ, that subconscious programming of the Christ energy could be, moved throughout different things from skillet to the frying pan, and people could, treat you like that Christ energy in the sense of like, oh, well, since KarlHaynes or since Universal around me, I don't really have to, do this or do that because, his energy makes me feel good, like literally. And that's when you start to see like, all right, this energy shit is realer than you think, and it's more like energy. This vamping energy is it could move through smiles. It could move through good intention. You know what I'm saying? Or what we call good intentions in this realm. But it's like, well, somebody using you for your energy, and you'll notice the difference because like, there's some people where you're connecting with them, and say for instance they may not be on your level of growth, but every time you connect them, they always like trying to, they always working to climb their ladder. Like, oh man, I just realized this, or I'm working on this. And then there's some people you come across where they're like, oh no, I'm still eating my junk food, or I'm still eat my this and that. I'd rather be unhealthy, or let's pay attention to this negative thing and this negative thing, and then you come across them again and it's the same thing, like they're not trying to progress, and that basically that energy is just sucking like, oh man, Universal, why you ain't coming through, or this and that, and it'll be that energy too in most cases, and literally what you don't know or don't see it as, but what's really going on is like a parasite. It's like sharpening his knife, like as it's like, come on Universal, come through baby, and we love your energy. Yeah, because you food to parasites that's in them, and all they're gonna do is eat your energy and not reciprocate any energy back to you. Have you again, like, and it doesn't pay. Again, it's not our job to convert people, and I don't have to be anywhere I don't want to be or have to be. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have to be around like, oh, let me put myself around people who are not that woke so they could try to become woke. Like, nah, my job is being a beacon of light, and to be a beacon of light, I gotta maintain my energy. You know what I'm saying? Point blank period. Point blank period. What's up, y'all? On my Asia, blessings. I am Kim Bryce. Blessings, good vibes. Blessings, ill will. Mr. Will. Makis Rakim. Blessings, Razadu. Blessings. But again, with that vibe, it's nothing personal, and we should never take anything personal, not even compliments. Somebody, oh, that's some nice jewelry you got. Oh, appreciate it. But, I know what my jewelry is regardless of that compliment, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, again, if you're not aware, you could get too stuck in, oh, that looks good, or this looks good. Then you come, without paying attention, you subconsciously program yourself to, be looking for those compliments in order to pick you up. And it's like, nah, you should be up regardless. You shouldn't have to wait for a compliment or or somebody talking down on you. Know what I'm saying? Neither one. There's nothing to be taken personal. Make sure your word is impeccable. Don't take nothing personal. Don't make assumptions. And do your best. guilt comes from too. You feel guilty on your growth. It's because you're not doing your best. You could be doing better and you're not. So you feel like, fuck, man, this and that, or that, you know what I'm saying? You're not doing your best. Gotta do your best. Cool way to make it like a homemade Larabar. Let's take like some walnuts, sprouted walnuts or something like that. You could either get like Turkish apricots, like the dried Turkish apricots, or like dried figs, sun-dried figs. Dried mangoes. But all those different types, mostly be in the bulk area and like Whole Foods and stuff like that. But like, take your walnuts and eat a little bit of the walnuts and then eat a piece of like those little dry fruits. But basically, you got like a Larabar popping off in your mouth, on some old other vibe. Yeah, matter of fact, I just called the first part. Now is not the time to downplay your energy for anybody. That's why that Leo energy, I ain't gonna say that's why, but it's coming through in support of you being confident and courageous in your energy, you know what I'm saying? Because everything starts within first and foremost, So it's like, like again, with the Leo energy deals with being expansive, it deals with being proud, fun-loving, creative, generous, bossy, and dramatic at times too. But in which be aware that you're not being, have the awareness to make sure you're not being bossy right now in these times, in an unhealthy manner, because you want to make sure you are like managing things from how you feel or you see fit, but not to a place where it becomes hindering. But you gotta be generous to yourself first and foremost in order to be generous to others. If you're not helping yourself, if you're not loving yourself or showing yourself love, with your actions, then you're not gonna be able to. And I say you're not gonna be able to, but for the most part, again, I can't give somebody something that I'm not giving myself. Point blank, period. So when a person says I love you or this and that, it could only go as far as the love that they show for themselves, you know what I'm saying? So a person that obviously, shows that they don't love themselves, in fact, bro, I love you, and I get the gesture of it, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if they're not loving themselves, what are they giving me whenever they saying they love me? Shit, like, again, a proverb from Maya Angelou, like, don't take a shirt from somebody who's shirtless. How somebody who's shirtless gonna give me a shirt? It's all that. You see? So that's why I downplay my energy a lot around people I know I'm attached on to. No, that's it. So no, don't downplay your energy at all. Fuck that. Because again, reason I right there, as he said, because they'll become attached. No, they only could attach to your energy if you allow them. That's what, again, like, don't dim your light for nobody. That's why most of us are in a situation where we feel like we're not manifesting to our fullest ability, because we on some dim the light shit, because we're worried about what other people think, or the ego done took a back door and found a way to make us create some logical reasoning to give ourselves an excuse to still not, be our greatest version. Like, hey, I'm not be my greatest version because people be hating. Like, fuck people on that level of, what their opinion is and things of that nature. Like, be your greatest version. Like, I ain't gonna fucking dim my light and stop. Like, this is my soul I'm talking about. This ain't no shit that's within this realm. In essence, like, my soul on the line. Like, bro, I'm gonna express my soul to the fullest on a level where I ain't gonna feel the need to reincarnate back in this realm, because I know I gave it my fucking all. You know what I'm saying? I did everything I love to the fullest. And that's how you're a beacon of light, because when others see that, and in essence, that's why, we into certain entertainers and certain people who achieving these things because, you know, they not giving a fuck about what nobody else think, you know. Or Denzel Washington think he all that because he was in these movies, or LL Cool J think all that. Man, is doing their thing, not worrying about. That's why they at where they at, because they don't give a fuck about. And does that mean they don't give a fuck about helping others and things of this nature? No. You know, I'm pretty sure I know, you know, with the two people I name at least, you know, but, you know, people giving back in some way, form, or fashion, but again, it ain't your necessarily job in that sense of it. You know, it should be something that genuinely you feel like, all right, as you're growing and as your inner universe change, you know, you're going to be, again, as you're generous to yourself, you're going to be generous to others, but it's never about dimming your light for nobody else, you know what I'm saying? And then that's when you start to see, all right, if I feel that I have to dim my light around these certain people, then maybe you gotta stop fucking with those people. You know what I'm saying? If you're feeling like that. But again, you never have to dim your light for nobody. Like, that is one of the, you know, the biggest lies and excuses we could ever tell ourselves is, all right, let me dim my light because of somebody else's insecurity. And that's how we really help, again, is by being a beacon of light, because, you know, there's somebody out there, matter of fact, back in my hometown in Opelousas, it's like, you know, like, damn, you know, Rizzo just got up and just left and did his thing, you know what I'm saying? Because now if I was still flirting, like, my old energy back home and still drinking farters, this and that, I wouldn't even be progressing and doing what I have to do and being able to be that beacon of light. I would still be in my old earth, you know what I'm saying, doing the same old shit and not really, you know, doing what, you know, I really truly love on my sole purpose on that level, you know, because I would still be backwards trying to please. And again, somebody's gonna always, like, in this realm, somebody could always find a way to talk about you. You know, you could save every fucking being in this realm. You could help every being in this realm, and somebody gonna find a way to be like, oh, but your shoes was untied while you was doing it. You know. So with that being said, since you know that's people just that just find a way to hate in any way from fashion, you know, to then not give a fuck about, you know, worrying about them and just do you. Because again, a person could find something that's wrong this when you could just give a motherfucker a rose and they'd be like, oh, but that rose missing the petal. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's why you don't take nothing personal. You know, it's like, shit, that's them dealing with whatever energy they got dealing with, you know. If a person is being judgmental, that's because they're looking at how they would judge themselves if they were dealing with that energy. Like, you know, if I look like that, I would judge myself as fat. So I'm going to judge this person as fat. You know what I'm saying? Like, it all starts inward, you know, first and foremost. But yeah, I never wanted them that light. My world is different. Like the Wayne, hey, shot the glasses. But yeah, y'all, you know, it's not about dimming no light. We gotta let it shine. And again, this Leo energy is reminding us, you know, Leo ruled by the sun. Let that sun shine, you know, have that confidence, that creativity, you know, that leadership, expressiveness, you know, being radiant, you know, that solar plexus, heart chakra energy, that yellowish green energy. Matter of fact, right now too, which that deals directly, if you start to realize, but everything is interconnected. Like your stomach is, you know, like right now you might be dealing with, so a lot of us, because again, certain zodiac signs are in areas of our body, you know, think about the Capricorns is the knees, you know, the Sagittarius is like the thigh area, the Scorpio is the genital area, and it goes up and down just like the zodiac, you know, the Aries head, you know, Taurus is like the neck and the shoulders, you know, Gemini like the arms or lungs in that sense, you know. Libra is the kidneys. The Libras balance out the waters in the body. You know, like the kidneys balance out the waters in the body. You know what I'm saying? Like the Pisces deal with the feet. You know, and you know a lot of the Christ stories. You know, a lot of times they anointed people in that sense. You know what I'm saying? That like Christ energy, Aquarius is like the shin. But I was gonna say, you know, this Leo energy, that's like the solar plexus area that's kind of dealing with the stomach area, you know, and digestion, you know. Because again, our confidence, you know, moving with our gut, you know, trust your gut, and trusting your gut is in most cases where your confidence comes from. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, a lot of us are probably dealing with also a strong aspect of like, you know, finding different ways to eat, you know, changing up our diet. Again, that solar plexus area deals with that, you know, the food, the solar plexus. Once the stomach, like the pancreas and somewhat the intestines, but more so the stomach and the digestive system. So, you know, you're probably finding yourself, you know, looking at new ways to eat. Because again, you're following your gut. If my gut is full of acidic foods, then I'm gonna have like an acidic type of, you know, nature. The way I move, you know what I'm saying? If I'm eating more, you know, alkalinity, and even more so, or having a certain level of balance, you know, within my stomach, but, you know, on a higher end, like close to the alkalinity, having a balance, you know, have that balance, you know, my actions will go in that balance, you know, manner, you know, again, all the aspects of our body tells a story, you know, and another thing is I'm speaking on that too. With spirituality too, with getting the knowledge of spirituality is about knowledge of self. You know, like whatever we're learning about, we should be learning about it in essence to learn more about ourselves, you know, to learn more about our soul, you know, and our soul purpose and how to get the fuck out of this temporary, you know, situation, you know, get the fuck out of this temporary realm. So basically, you know, having that aspect of, you know, how I say, you know, everything about doing what it is for your soul, you know. Excuse that cigarette, my brother, too, my brother. Yeah. Good. And, you know, it starts with your inner work first and foremost, you know. And as you get, you know, again, it shouldn't be like say for instance, some of us are like of that teacher vibe where we learn and things of that nature to express it to others because we articulate things well. But for the most part, you want to be learning in order to be the greatest you, you know, learning fully about your inner universe, your walking universe, you know what I'm saying? So make sure you're knowing more about your reality, your universe, and trying to worry about some external aspects, you know. But they 50 for those, and these are in between 15 and 20. Yeah, that whole aspect.
I like this piece.
All right. That one is
I don't have any money. I like this one.
All right. Appreciate it.
Bless you.
Yeah. And you know, again, doing the inner work, that's the important aspect of it, is going within and getting all the information and dealing with it. Because even dealing with crystals, you know, dealing with crystals, I'll help you, find out more about yourself. You know, if I'm working with black obsidian or a pneumite or a larvikite or these crystals that go deep into the subconscious realms, you know, I'm working with it in order to see what's going on inside of me, in order so I could shift the way I look at things, so the things I look at could change and shift. You know what I'm saying? So again, you know, learning about our life path numbers, you know, getting our natal charts. You know, you might want to get a natal chart, you know, of that nature. You know, which is anything, you know, again, where it's like learning about self. Because again, we could get confused and go to chasing outward, you know, like looking for things outward. And that's that whole aspect of personification. Like, everything is about going inward. So why does it make sense, you know, and see how NASA play these little games, or just that whole situation is like, here it is, well, oh, let's go to the moon. Motherfucker, you ain't been to the depths of the ocean yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't never been inside this plane of existence yet. And you talking about some fucking go out of space. and literally think about people who like that on their spiritual growth instead of like really doing what you gotta do or going inward. You worried about trying to go outward and be something outwardly. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got within, not outward. You're not trying to go to no external moon. We're trying to tap into the moon inside of us. We're trying to tap into the sun inside of us, the Pluto inside of us. You know what I'm saying? And somebody spoke on that while trying to take Pluto from being a planet. You know, again, moving these dates, all this shit. You know, trying to take Pluto from being a planet so you deal with your deep transformational energy. You know what I'm saying? To take that out of the way. And the connection of nine, the completion, the feminine energy. Because in essence, you know, the Pluto, when you do that deep transformation to bring it to the completion, you know, the number 9 and that 9 energy, Navaratri, the 9-night festival connected with Kali Ma, you know, and bringing up that divine feminine energy, you know. But hey, Miss Destiny, good morning, good morning. Yellow jade good for the solar plexus, yes. And yellow jade has a soft energy to it. But yeah, and again, y'all remember, you know, it's a balance. And when we talk about, you know, spiritual warfare, you know, these energies, making sure energies not jumping ship, because they're gonna find any and all ways, you know, through all your modalities, through your nose, mouth, ears, eyes, certain energies trying to come through your temple to, you know, disrupt what the energies you got going on within it. So be aware of that, you know, to stay unique and authentic to your soul. And also stay lighthearted, like don't let nothing, you know what I'm saying? Because some things too will come in your realm to kind of like shake you up and get your heart chakra vibing low, you know what I'm saying? And then you're not able to rise up. So you want to make sure your energy is able to rise up as well. Bless my brother. You want to make sure your energy is able to not be on no low vibes again, because that's that curveball. It's like, here it is, something to come through to troll you, and then you mad or you have a heavy heart, and then your heart weighs heavier than a feather, and then you come back reincarnating because you know, the oppressor was doing this and doing that, and so I gotta go back and, you know, stop the oppressor, this and that. Like, no, you gotta realize, like, this is all a situation you signed up for. You know? My battery getting low, y'all, so what is your favorite Kabbalion law? You must not watch my videos if you have to ask me that question. But since you asked me that question, I'm going to answer it because it's an easy answer. The law of correspondence. As above, so below, as within, so without. You know, just like you got the moon cycles outside of you, you got the moon cycles within you. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, it's more evident within the feminine energy than in the masculine. But again, all these things that are external are internal, you know. I was just about to say, just like you got cars driving on the street, or just, you know, us moving like little bodies moving around this plane of existence, there's bodies moving around in this plane of existence. Just like I have organs, the cells in my bodies have organs, you know. And on a bigger scale, you know, again, I'm a cell for this bigger organ called the earth. And I say I am a cell in that sense, but you know, this bodysuit, this situation I came down into, you know, coming into the chakra and this being, you know, within this realm, you know, I'm basically, you know, a cell within a bigger body, you know. But blessings, y'all. Yep. Queen Nami, blessings, born to inspire, blessings. Yeah, Destiny, we gotta link up soon too. touch of vibe. But that's basically it, y'all. Don't let the parasites disrupt the flow. You know, have that awareness that we are creators within our realm. So we want to have awareness of what's going on, and at the same time not giving it too much airplay inside of our minds, because we are creating our realms with our minds, point blank period. And I did a video about this, so I'm not about to go into it on that level. I'll let that video serve its purpose. I'll be posting it soon. But I'm at 8%. If I can just drop the link for those interested in the jewelry, make sure you're following Epic Lifestyles. That's my page where I post the jewelry at. I just dropped the necklaces down to 50. So if you're interested, that's a sprouted walnut. Sprouted walnuts. But yeah, that's basically it. You know, don't dim your light for anybody else. As a matter of fact, speaking of dimming your light for others, that was one of the reasons why, I slowed down on doing videos, because I got to a place where I wasn't, I was dimming my light for others. Like right now I'm doing this video at Whole Foods. But when my confidence wasn't on point, I would feel like, oh, I don't, it would be the excuse of, I don't feel like doing a video. I don't feel like doing a video. And I'm like, that gotta be a lie, because I know how much I love doing my videos, you know what I'm saying? So why, I'm telling myself this? Because I'm lacking confidence, and I'm not, lying to myself, like, knowing when I'm in that confidence stage and I'm in my energy, it's like, oh, should I do a video anyway? And two, because that confidence is so high, I don't allow external energies to fuck with me. Because, it'd be times where I be doing videos in places where there'd be people like, you can't see it right here, but it might be somebody sitting right next to me, and I'm just like, woofing it, Because, again, it's like, shit, I'm strong in my energy. It's either me or them, in the sense of like, shit, I'm going to be who I am in my little space that I am, And that person could move if they don't like what I'm saying and speaking on my videos. But I'm not about to be on the opposite side of like, oh, let me be scared to make a video because these people are around. And in a lot of cases, I could feel that they're not trying to hear this information. But this information I'm speaking on is beneficial to this realm, or let's say beneficial to our inner realms. And then secondly, beneficial to our outer realms, but what I'm speaking on is beneficial information. So if a person don't want to deal with it or can't deal with it, that's them, you know what I'm saying? If a zombie can't deal with the sunlight and sunshine, that's on them, you know what I'm saying? I'm not about to dim the light because a zombie or vampire can't deal with the light. But in a lot of cases, that's a personification of what that is. When somebody's asking us to dim our light, that's that parasitic vampire in them, that can't stand that light, Either that one, you dim your light, or trying to suck you, suck the light from you, As above, so below, as within, so without, These are parasitic energies, vampire, zombie energy, can't deal with the sunlight, no coincidence. And right now, that Leo energy is coming through, flushing out those parasites, letting that inner sun is shining right now. But the more we become confident in what we do, again, like, because they had a few people sitting in these little areas right here. Now it's nobody. Because my sun got too bright. That's not no ego thing. That's a soul, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a soul thing. I feel grateful. I feel good that my inner light can shine. But that's my existence, you know. By divine right, I prosper infinitely. It is my divine right to be prosperous and be abundant, you know what I'm saying? And it is a part of my being to be to the fullest, you know what I'm saying? To not dim my light at all, you know? Like, and you start to see why you go through shit when you're dimming your light, because it's like the source telling you, like, this is what you get for dimming your God-given gift, you know, quote unquote. You know? And again, as I'm saying, source and God and these things are, again, you are source, we are source, you know, like, the source is within you. It's not a spaghetti monster in the sky. But that's basically it, y'all. Letting that inner sunshine. Right now, it's great to be working with Septarian, Serpentine, Peridot, Vesuvianite. I think it's like Esuvianite. Don't quote me, but I think that's the name of it. But like any yellowish green crystals. And again, that helps deal with the solar plexus, and it deals with the digestive and the gut system. Because again, you full of food, or you, especially if you're full of unhealthy food, like when you just done busted your gut on some glutton stuff, you know, you're not really feeling confident to do anything. As a matter of fact, you're so logged down, you know, you can't really do anything. Oh, get off of your back, little beetle. Looking at, because that's a symbol too. The beetle getting off of his back and keep it moving so he could go through the rebirthing process. Again, the energy of Cancer, you know, the crab was once the scarab, and the scarab represented life and death, you know, birth and rebirth vibe. But I digress. Anybody got any questions before I go? No questions? All right, now. I'm on 3% anyway, so remember, we breaking out of duality, you know. Realizing the wholeness of our being. The way it seems like, oh, we're up against these parasites in that sense of it. You know, these parasites are trying to promote a lower vibrational state and promote duality, you know. But people not realizing there's two sides to one coin. There's just the one coin. There is no two different things. These two different things are part of that one coin. So, you know, we're not slipping into that dual mind. We're staying lighthearted in a place of love. We're not, you know, hating nobody. And at the same time, we remember to have hearts of discernment. You know, this is not about, oh, let me be overly nice and smile all the time. You know, spirituality ain't about that. It's about being authentic and true to your soul. And it's also about truth, you know. And there's a bunch of lies floating around. And you can't help lies by continuously going with the lies, you know. Because as much as people like, oh, well, don't speak on the Jesus situation or this and that, like, nah, of course I'm not gonna let my heart weigh heavier than a feather by like, or have like this grudge like I once had when I first was on my growth. You know what I'm saying? It's like a grudge, but more so it's just speaking the truth. It's like there's people lost and creating more lostness by their lostness. So now is the vibrate for us to bring this truth forward and to the forefront. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's time to let the kids know that Santa Claus is fake. Like, because again, the more you keep that lie going, the more you keep a falsehood of a reality going. You know what I'm saying? So often, yes. Nah, I don't dream as often, but that's more so due to the way I move and my habits and stuff like that. I catch most of my stuff in the daytime. Basically, like, I'm able to and two, I'm clear cognizant. So whatever I don't see in the dreams, my higher self is just throwing me, like, hey, this is why this is happening, this is why that is happening, this and that, do this, do that, you know what I'm saying? So whatever I may miss in the dream, I'm catching in the daytime, quote unquote. But nah, the dream realm is where it goes down there, you know what I'm saying? Like doing things in the astral planes. And again, back to why I would always bring up, like a yogi sitting in the mountains, meditating, never doing nothing else but that. It could be just as effective as us with hands-on in this realm as well. Because again, one place that a tank or an army cannot go is in the astral planes. Think about that, like these armies, and then for sure they can, because they promoting dead weight energy. They promote parasitic dead weight type of energy. So, how could again, and not knocking soldiers, but it is what it is. If that's their karmic energy. If a person finds himself working for the military right now, if you're doing that, you're not opening your pineal, you're not tapping into your higher self. So therefore, you're not able to deal with, and again, we manifest things heavily on a level when we're tapped into these dream realms. So again, like the battlefields and like dealing with this spiritual warfare, again, which again, the external world is a reflection of what's going on inside of us. As much as it seems like a cliche statement, and like I'm telling you, take what resonate, leave what don't. But again, if I know that I'm a being with an open pineal and I'm able to do all these different things, and this being pineal gland is closed, and I know that they looking for a fight in the mud, then I'm gonna stay in the air. You know what I'm saying? As above, so below, as within, so without. Just like how they would do in the battlefield. Like if they got airplanes, I'm not gonna have an airplane, but then fly it to the ground and then drive it on the ground and try to shoot from the ground, instead of like being in the air. Like, no, I'm gonna do with that airplane. I'm gonna move from the air. You know what I'm saying? So but that's basically it, y'all. I'm out. Yep, 1%. Peace. So wait, do you think as a species we can shift? We have shifted to another timeline in essence. Just gotta stay. Again, that's what people kind of feel like. Oh, well, how we got free will? If this is can already have like a destiny in that essence, but it's already done. As a matter of fact, I got 28 seconds left already anyway. But yeah, we got this. Now is the vibrate. If you're changing if you're growing and expanding your now, then your future will change. And you also fixing your past, simultaneously in the now, fixing your past and creating your future all right now. Peace, peace.